Hello and welcome to a Talmud Israeli production. Today we'll review the highlights of this week's course of Daf Yomi study, Masechet Kiddushin, pages 56 through 62, Nun Vav through Samach Bet. 56. Hamakadesh be'orla. If one tries to betroth a woman with fruit of orla, the first 3 years fruit of the tree is considered forbidden for benefit, and you can't use it for anything. So what if you try to betroth a woman with such fruit? Or bekilei kerem, or with the produce of the admixture of a vineyard, again, an item forbidden for benefit. Bishar niskal, or an ox that is declared by the court is guilty and to be stoned. Again, another item forbidden from any benefit. Egla arufa, or the decapitated heifer, which you're not supposed to work. Tzipor mitzora, the birds of the mitzora offering. The seir nazir, the hair of a nazir. Pertach hamor, or the firstborn of a donkey. Basar b'chalav, or a meat-milk combination. All of these items are items which are asur b'hana'ah, and therefore an attempt to betroth a woman with such items, ena mekudeshet, it fails. The betrothal does not work. Machron v'kiddush b'demehen. What happens if you sold one of these items, which you were not allowed to sell, because you're not supposed to benefit from these items, but then you use the cash that accrued from that sale to then try to betroth the woman, mikudeshet, that works. Because you're one stage removed, that makes it kosher. Doesn't mean that you behaved appropriately, but the kiddushin is valid. Nun zayin, 57. Chulin shenishchatu ba'azara. What's the story of mundane animals, non-sacrificial animals that are slaughtered in the temple courtyard? Well, you're not allowed to do that. Yachol lo yishchot, mutar. You might have thought that, well, you're not supposed to slaughter such animals, but if you do it, it's kosher post facto. The Torah says, if you shall be distant from the place of the sanctuary, you shall slaughter and eat. That which you slaughter at a distance, you can eat. However, you're not allowed to eat that which is slaughtered close by, meaning in the temple courtyard. Nunchet, 58. Ha'omer lachaveiro, if you say to your fellow, say v'kadesh li isha plonit, go and betroth a certain woman for me, v'halach v'kidesh le'atzmo, and he went ahead and betrothed the woman to himself, not for his friend who sent him, v'kudeshet lasheni. She is now married to the second guy, the agent. However, this was a very bad thing to do, not nice behavior. Tana masha asa, say what's done is done. This person was deceitful because he said he was going to help his friend, and now he took the girl for himself. Nuntet, 59. Rav Gidel lo nachitla v'chtiv sone matanot yichye. There's a story involving Rav Gidel in which someone offered him something that he was going to pay for, but now the transaction didn't happen, but they offered as a gift. And Rav Gidel refused to take the gift. Why? Because of a biblical concept of sone matanot yichye. Someone who hates gifts will live. If you want to live a long life, a good life, don't be a moocher. Don't be taking from other people. And even if they offer you a gift in good faith and sincerity, sometimes it's a better idea not to take. Samach, 60. Amar Rav Huna, Amar Rabbi, Kol ha'omer almanat ke'omer me'achshav dami. Anyone who says a stipulation, a condition of almanat, I will do something on condition that. It means the change of status happens immediately, but only takes effect permanently if in the long run the stipulation was fulfilled. So a kiddushin, a betrothal almanat, on condition that some future event will take place. The kiddushin is happening now, but will only be permanently valid if that other event that is stipulated occurs at some distant time on the horizon. Samach Aleph. Kol Tanai, Shino Ketnai Benegado Bnei Reuven, Eno Tanai. So, oftentimes, stipulations are made in legal comments. And the question is whether or not the comment stands as is, regardless of the fulfillment of the stipulation, or is the stipulation an absolutely essential character, a part of the whole thing, and if the stipulation is not fulfilled, the whole thing falls flat. So, Bnei Gad Bnei Reuven wanted a portion of Transjordania. They did not want to cross the Jordan River and inherit the western side of Eretz Yisrael. They wanted to have possessions on the east side of the Jordan River, Ever HaYarden. Moshe was willing to give them that on condition that they fight at the vanguard of the forces of Am Yisrael in the battle against the Canaanite. Ultimately, they fulfilled their condition and they went back home to the East Bank and had their territory over there. However, the Tanai, the condition was double-sided. And the Gemara says any condition which is not double-sided, like was the condition of Bnei Gad and Bnei Reuven, will not be a valid condition. If you do this, then you'll get this. If you will not do it, then you won't get. So that's an example of a two-sided condition, which is the paradigm for all other Tanaim. Samach Bet, 62. Hamekadesh et Aisha, if a man betroths a woman, V'amar, and he says, Kisavur Haiti, I thought she Kohenes, that she is the daughter of a Kohen. But it turned out she was the daughter of a Levi. Levi Viri Kohenes, I thought she was the daughter of a Levi, turns out she's the daughter of a Kohen. An Yavari Yashira, I thought she was poor, turns out she's a billionaire. Ashavrayanya, I thought she was rich, it turns out she has nothing, she's very poor. Harezu Mekudeshet, behold, he is married to that woman. The Kiddushin is valid. Betrothal is valid. Why? Because she didn't fool him. She never said anything false that led this man to be misled. Rather, what? He fooled himself. He heard information from another source that turned out to be inaccurate information, and he relied upon it and was engaging in this act of betrothal, specifically because of that information. It turned out he was wrong, but it's his own fault for relying upon a flawed source of information. Mekudesh, because she didn't do anything wrong. Everyone have a great week.